Hello traders, Gary Wagner here. Just about 12:30 in Honolulu, 5:30 in New York. It is Monday, February 12th, 2018, and this is the Daily Report for gold and silver. Nice recovery in the precious metals following suit with U.S. equities, all moving higher today. Gold up $9.40, currently fixed at $13.2510. Tremendous gain in silver, up 36 cents at $16.50, and that is over a 2% gain on the day. That is all in light of a lower dollar trading off by about 1/3% at 90.01. Of course, U.S. equities had the second day of a recovery with Friday's dramatic lows that were achieved only to close 500 points higher. Add to that another 400 points today, and you have a Dow that is closed at 24,600, and a slow and methodical move up in Bitcoin, both trading at 8,800, CBOE 88.95, and the CME at 88.85 in terms of Bitcoin futures. Traders, although gold is trading off of the intraday highs today, we do have a pretty nice recovery evident in the markets. Gold currently up about $8.60, trading at $13.2430. We can see that the high that it hit on an intraday basis came in around $13.30. That, of course, would be a net gain of about $12 or $13. And traders, it seems as though gold and U.S. equities are back to trading in tandem, because today we had a pretty nice follow-through from the 500-point gain exhibited on Friday's trading activity. Today, we had the Dow Jones Industrial Average close up about 1.7% higher, a net gain of 410 points at 24,601. As we look at gold pricing, we can see a couple of interesting facets of trading activity over the last couple of days. Thursday of last week, we touched and hit these lows at around $13.09, which is significant for two reasons. The first reason is that that particular price point comes very close to a 50% retracement, and that, of course, is the 50% retracement of the former rally, taking gold from $12.42 to $13.70. Secondly, that low matches up almost precisely with the 50-day moving average. So the intersection between the 50-day moving average and the 50% retracement is a key area that indicated a very strong potential for support. And traders, it was the way that gold responded after hitting these lows and then truly bouncing off of those to close near the open of the day that was responsible in the trigger of our buy signal that we issued the following day last week. Of course, we are long at $13.23. Market is currently trading up $9.40 at $13.2510, and therefore my recommendation is to maintain your current long position and to maintain your current stop level. And traders, silver also had a dynamic upside move today, actually gaining about 2% on the day, closing up 35 cents at $16.49. The one caveat with silver, however, is the fact that it is still trading below both the 50 as well as the 200-day moving average. A move above that would really trigger an additional buy signal in silver if, on a closing basis, we could see a trade above the 50% retracement as well as the 50-day moving average. And traders, we have certainly seen a dramatic recovery in U.S. equities, with trading on Friday taking it to new lows, but then closing well off of those lows and closing above the 23% retracement, which comes in roughly at 24,000. Of course, today's activity was a continuation of that move. To best illustrate that, we need to convert our weekly into a daily, which we have just done, and you can see that on Friday, the market definitively went into uncharted territory as it traded dramatically lower and then ended up closing up about 500 points on the day. And today's follow-through buying resulted in another 400-point gain. As long as pricing holds above 24,000 on the Dow, I think that it is safe to say that we did not have an extended market decline or correction, but rather a short and rather shallow correction, and could easily now be moving back into its bullish mode that has been so prevalent over the last couple of years. And traders, lastly, I do want to take a look at Bitcoin futures. This is the CBOE's single Bitcoin contract. And as noted last week, we saw dynamic recovery after Bitcoin traded to an intraday low of $6,000. And over the last 4 trading days has moved up off of those particular prices to now trade at $86.60. Today's gain was roughly $235. We are certainly seeing a dynamic move to the upside, and what is most impressive about Bitcoin is that it has been a slow, concise ascend to higher pricing rather than the kind of volatile swings that were so characteristic of Bitcoin in the past. I am looking for Bitcoin to move to higher ground. I still see some minor resistance at 9,000 with major resistance in the cryptocurrency at $10,000 per coin. Traders, last week we experienced some dramatic pressure, downside pressure in the precious metals markets as we had a mass liquidation due to an equities markets that was truly correcting. It did in fact trade about 10% lower throughout the week, but had a nice recovery above that 10% on Friday. Today, the Dow Jones Industrial Average continued on that upward rise, and we now have the precious metals and equities once again moving in tandem. I think we will see higher pricing in both U.S. equities as well as gold and silver pricing over this next week. This has been Gary Wagner, wishing you as always good trading. We'll talk to you tomorrow for another daily update and review. Bye-bye.